Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Mkonazi is blaming the minister, Mkunu, the minister, and them are blaming. So let's get to the truth of it. It's just that people must understand it's frustrating when you want action right now and you want things to happen. But this thing is so delicate that I'm telling you, what is going to come out of that? South Africans must be ready. I'm also going to testify at the commission because I know things. If they call me, I'm going. About these guns in the Western Cape that kills our people. This one is not get your popcorn ready. Go and get the popcorn factory ready because this thing, the corruption is going to come out of there. Had every gang boss of every cartel in the world, always when you hear they're being arrested in South Africa, they are here. What are these people doing here?
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Sezo. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane. What is in Jiva Sono? And we pack it again with another one. And as you can guess, I'm talking about the Patriotic Alliance, Gayton McKenzie. The statement that he uttered saying that if they call him at the ad hoc committee, he will go there. If they call him at the commission, he will go there because he knows a lot about these guns in the Western Cape that kill people. So we want to talk about that because JULIUS Malema did call his bluff. And when he was at the ad hoc committee, he said, listen, we need to bring Gayton McKenzie here because he knows a lot of things. He said he's available to come, so we need to bring him. And then Gayton made a U-turn. Okay, before we talk about that, let me just thank each and every one of you who have donated to the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. This weekend, we are buying part of the material for building project phase 1. So we are doing phase 1. You guys know that is the gate, the guard room, and the parking area. So we're buying part of that material this week. We really like to thank everyone who have contributed. We appreciate that you guys see this dream that an African child needs to be in a school that is patriotic to Afrocentric curriculums. So we really thank each and every one of you who have donated. We are going to short with money for labor because you know how labor people are. They always work an extra day or do an extra week or whatever the case can be. And with material also, you'll never know. You think you've got enough money and then there's extra things that you need to buy, miscalculations and all of those things. We are hoping that our contractor knows what he's doing, and so we are putting all our faith in him. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for donating. The people of end of the month, please send your 50 rand contributions. If you haven't sent your 50 rand contributions, I'm waiting for it on the Paseta business account, Capitec business account. Visit our website, which is www.paseta.africa. Visit us on YouTube on Paseta School. Visit us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram on Paseta School. And also follow Paseta Namibia on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, whatever. Just follow Paseta Namibia also. You will find them. I believe they've got a Facebook account running for some weeks now. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard what Gayton McKenzie has said. Okay, before I start with the issue of Gayton, today we are waiting for the judgment to be handed out for the JULIUS Malema's gun case. Should we call it that, a gun case? Where he was a firearm case where he is said to have fired a real firearm in a crowd of people, of which you are not allowed to do in South Africa, especially an AK-47, Yakali Aka. So today, after so many years, how many years has it been? 5, 6, 7 years? So many years that this case has been going, and I've been saying it from the beginning. I'm like, what are they waiting for? When are they going to hand out this judgment? Because the attitude of the judge of this case, from the beginning, she started coming late. Her behavior is just suspect. And I said to myself, this girl, she's gonna find JULIUS guilty. Understand? Because the state is finding it hard to prove that that was a real gun. And Julius Malema and his lawyers and his team, they did a good job. I don't want to say to cover, but to prove that there was no real gun there, according to them. Understand? So for me, I watched the clip quite a few times, and I'm like, I'm not sure. Not an expert. Have never held an AK in front of in my arms. I've never, felt the ricochet of an AK. I'm not sure if someone can do it with one arm. I don't know. So for me, I don't have a judgment. I will hear what the judge says today, and hear what reasons they're gonna give. I think they're gonna find him guilty. I think they're gonna find him guilty. And Julius did make it a point to say, listen, when you pursue politics in a case, you ignore the law, because the law wants irrefutable, like the conclusive evidence. That's what the law wants, so that nobody must say no. It must not be taken to another court, be challenged. But you need to be sure when you give someone that type of a judgment. So that's what we are waiting to hear today. Leave your thoughts on the comment section. Go and watch the video again. Go and watch the video. Look at the gun. Look at the sound. Look at the sparks. Look at everything, and come to your judgment, your street judgment. As you would, and tell me what do you think on the comment section. Okay, so that one is out. We are waiting to see what is going to happen in that regard. Gayton McKenzie is not a politician. Someone who is successful in I don't know what. They are in the mining sector. Don't know how you came out of prison. If you read his book, he worked his way up. He worked his way up from security guard up to buying shares, buying whatever, someone pay him with shares, everything, up until he is right now where he can buy a football club for 50 million rand or something like that. So that's how Gayton McKenzie rose to fame. He was friends with Kenny, and they were doing some crazy things, own some clubs here, whatever. He said, I'm not that type of person. He let go of that life, and he pursued other things in life, mostly business in Zimbabwe, business in other countries of of Africa, and then that's how he got rich, even in Europe. So he says. So when he became a minister, let me just say this: he transferred all of his wealth to his son, who bought Bloemfontein Celtics, SuperSport United, turning it into Bloemfontein Celtics. So that's another thing that I said. Because it is not Malema who did that, the South Africans react differently. Because it is not Jacob Zuma who did it, South Africans react differently. South Africans choose who they judge harshly and who to let slide. That's one thing for sure. And I believe Gayton got a slide from the South African community. Some people say you are jealous because it's a black person. That no. We are very happy that Gayton bought the team. So that's not a problem. We are saying stick with the consistency. Stick with the consistency. When to do Zane Zuma does something, don't now say because it's Zuma's child. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, let's leave that one. That's not the topic for the day. Gayton is not a fully fledged, well-trained politician, even though he does have some history in the ANC and all of that. Like all of us, we grew up in the ANC, even though some of us never formally took a membership of the ANC, but we grew up around the ANC family, members being in the ANC, some of us family members being leaders in the ANC, leaders in the community, in local government, and all of those things, in municipalities being playing roles there. But I don't think Gayton was in politics, was baptized properly in politics. Because his mouth gets him in trouble. His mouth gets him in trouble. As a colored child staying in the Western Cape, as a colored parent staying in the Western Cape, as a Patriotic Alliance voter staying in the Western Cape, I would get extremely worried if my president of my party, who says that he wants to fight and end the killings in Cape Town, comes out on television and say, I also want to go to the ad hoc committee or to the commission because I know a lot about what is happening with the guns that are killing people there. Number one, if you know something about the guns as a minister, as a civilian, as a politician, you need to go to the police and give that information. Don't say you are waiting for the commission, you are waiting for the Matlanga commission or the ad hoc committee. Why is it as a colored person, Gayton, you did not go to the police and report this information? Why must you wait for any commission? Or maybe there's a taller later, man. You understand? So for me, that's very worrisome. As a colored person, I would be very worried if I had that. Very worried. So, oh, you know something? So why don't you say it? Because Gayton says a lot of things. So I think he was cloud chasing. He wanted to be clickbait and whatever. He wanted to be heard, but he said the wrong thing. But Julius Malema did not let it go, because Julius Malema at the ad hoc committee said, listen, let's bring Gayton here. Let's bring Gayton here and let Gayton come and explain to us what was he talking about. And this is what Malema said.
Minister Gayton McKenzie said he wants to be called because he's got a lot to say and he's got a lot of information about the criminal syndicate that is taking place in this country. And therefore we think someone in that position who says, I know criminal activities, and I can tell you which police is involved, which one is not involved, and which general and all of that. He needs to be put on the stand so that he can be tested.
You see, so now there's the problem. I told you guys the ad hoc committee is going to be a politicking playground. Politicians are going to score points and try to expose each other. Where in the ad hoc committee? That is what is going to happen. And this is exactly what Julius is saying. By the way, Minister Gayton McKenzie said that he knows something about the things. He didn't say about which general is involved and whatever. Gayton did not say that. But we know what Julius was meaning. He meant this guy said on television that he if he's invited, he would come here and speak about the killings that are happening in the Western Cape. Politicking. He knows 100% that Gayton McKenzie can't stand the heat of that committee. Gayton McKenzie. Have you heard Gayton McKenzie when they are calling him in small committees to interview him for the Department of Sports? Have you heard how he speaks? He's not comfortable. He's not comfortable in his speech when he has to do accountability. Just go and ask him, Minister, how far are you with King to your visual review, whatever, VAR King, and ask him where is the spinning that you said you're going to make it national and a sport. Just hear how he answers question when he has to take accountability. He bites his tongue. So there's no way Gayton can stand in front of the MK and the EFF in a commission. They will eat him alive. Because the first question is, you said this, here's the clip. Please tell us, which guns are you talking about, and what is it that you know? He's going to start being generating about it. Because you heard him when he said, the Human Rights Commission called him, he said, I'm going to ask the Human Rights Commission, where are they from? Are they South Africans? I'm like, hey, Gayton, no, it doesn't work like that in court. In court, you can't say Mabahambe. Even if the person in front of you who's sitting there proceeding in the proceedings is born in Zimbabwe or whatever, and they are legally here and they are in a courtroom, you can't say Mabahambe in court. You can't. And you can't say Mabahambe in the ad hoc committee. Can't try that nonsense. You will damage your party and your image. Oh, by the way, as I record this clip, it's 1:00. We haven't heard anything from Dada Morero. about the issue of reinstating Kenny Kunene. Now, Gayton McKenzie's party is not bigger than the EFF in Gauteng. I believe it's only bigger than the EFF in Western Cape, ne? Or just below the EFF in Western Cape. Okay, a little bit bigger in Western Cape, a few thousand votes more than the EFF in the Western Cape. I'll fact check myself on this one. Is the ANC going to call the bluff on them? Because if you don't know how to negotiate and you don't know how to do things properly, and you decide to go to the media and put an ANC in a corner so that the ANC can be exposed, you are going to get something. You must ask the Democratic Alliance. Tuesday can't come any sooner. So today, if they don't appoint, okay, they don't appoint Kenny Kunene, Gayton says he's stepping out of all the coalition arrangements with the ANC. And like I said, he is rich enough. I hear people saying he's bluffing, he won't leave the ministry position. He's not even taking the salary of the Ministry of Sports. He's not even using the medical aid of government. I'm sure he's using Discovery Medical Aid or some type of elite medical aid, something that he's using there. It's not a money issue for him. It's a pride issue for him. He said one, so now he has to back it up. Now, if I was the ANC, I would tell Gayton, listen, we're going to reinstate Kenny later on this week. That would be me if I was a politician. That would be me. I say, Gayton, we heard what you said in public. We don't like that you are putting us in this situation. But please, don't worry. Later this week, we will reinstate Kenny as the MMC. And he knows what later this week means. I mean, he's a man. He's a man. It's like, we'll reinstate him on our terms, not on this Tuesday thing of yours of resigning. So wait. You are going to resign to give who the space? Who do you want to give the space there? Who are you opening up the space for? The EFF? I don't understand the hate of Gayton at EFF. I don't understand it. I understand why the DA hates the EFF. But why Gayton also jumped into that boat of hating the EFF, I don't know. Okay, so now Gayton McKenzie, the Minister of Sport, Art and Culture, he has the issue that he's been summoned by Julius Malema or flagged to say, okay, here's one of the names of the people we can add on the list to come and be cross-examined at the ad hoc committee. He hears that. And now he starts saying, oh, shit is hitting the fan now. So he responds, but he's... his response is, Julius can go to hell. I'm not joking. Listen to this.
He must put EFF people he wants to go there. I will not go because he's the one saying I should go. I don't listen to Julius Malema. But what I will say, the mouthpiece, the spokesperson of PA, will go and say what I will give our statement. Because I was speaking on behalf of the Patriotic Alliance. But I don't want Julius to get credit that he brought me there. He can just go to hell. He must forget about mentioning the PA. He must concentrate on the dying party of his. That's in ICU.
Gayton, it doesn't work like that. You can't be angry at Julius. You are the one that said you've got things to say. You can't be angry at Julius. And now this is what I hate with these political parties that put their leader as a demigod. And now he says, listen, We've got a mouthpiece in the PA. The spokesperson will speak for me. Don't include the spokesperson in this. And don't include the PA about this. Don't do that. Don't do that. You said you, on your personal capacity, know where the guns are coming from. Where are these guns that are killing people? You said it. Not the PA. Don't say I was speaking on behalf of the PA. Now this is where I hate politics. When the fans of the followers and the members of that political party can see clear and hear with their own 2 ears that this leader is wrong, and they still want to defend him. Hey, oh, so you can dumb man's denken, man. You can for yourself denk or man Gayton is mos verkeerd. Hy het gesê hy ken iets van die guns en al die goed te sê. Hy moet nou opstaan en hy moet gaan daar by die dinges, die ad hoc committee, en hy moet praat wat ken hy, moet loop sê wat ken hy daar. Hy moet loop sê wat ken hy daar. Hy kan nie nou kom verander nie en sê, luister, ek wil nie vir Julius Malema die credit gee om te sê, hy het vir my geroep. Nee, jy het jouself geroep. Jy het jouself in die ding ingesit. Zakala. You are the one that did this. You are the one that did this. Let me just check my notes because I don't want to skip anything. Yeah, he said he doesn't want to give Julius Malema that credit, and Julius Malema must go to hell. He must focus on its dying party that is in the ICU. Ja, maar je gaat me doodmaken. Moet niet zo maken, man. Gayton, moet niet zo maken, man. Me outie, man. Waarom EFF is er like mo? It's like an EFF. Where does the EFF enter in this space of you knowing the guns that is killing people in the Western Cape? Go and tell the truth. You know, a clever person would take responsibility and say, yeah, you know what, I said that in excitement when the ad hoc committee or the commission was installed. After speaking to my lawyers, they advised me that the information that I have is little next to none. So they advised me not to speak out. And if you guys were curious about what that information is the general information that some of these guns come from police, they are stolen in police station, general information that is there, and leave it there. But now he has to put the PA in trouble, put the followers of the PA in trouble. Now the followers of the PA are being stupid, attacking Julius Malema on social media for nothing. Julius did nothing. He did nothing. And that's what I hate about politics. You guys lose your mind because of your leaders. Well, hate is a big word. It irritates me. It irritates me when I see a political leader doing something wrong and people elevating him to he's perfect. He can't. Everything that he says is, no, don't do that. Don't do that. And Nibatala, you guys who do that, stop with that thing. Stop with that thing. So now is the race to the 2026 local elections, where the PA is dreaming that they can beat the EFF in a percentage. Very interesting fight, eh? Next year. The podcasts that will be popping up next year doing political content and everything. Next year it will be very competitive in terms of news report, because Newsstream Media, which is the podcast space, has seriously taken over. If someone does an interview on SABC and they upload it on YouTube, it doesn't do as good as the big podcasts that we have in South Africa, like Dr. Season Pofu Welsh Like it's big. Even if politicians go to a non-political space like Umakaiva, it's the numbers are crazy. So next year, podcasters need to beef up their studios, including myself, need to beef up their connections, need to beef up their reporting skills, their everything skills, so that South Africans can say, okay, I can trust this podcast in terms of what they are saying. That's where we are aiming to go. Credible information, make sure that it's reliable also, and then, hopefully the people will appreciate that. So thank you so much, guys. But we'll always add our little character flavor on it, because politicians are. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Make sure you send us your contribution to Paseta. This week, I'll be making a video. You probably get it Sunday, if not Monday. You guys will see what is it that we did there. So this whole week, we'll be collecting all of these 50 rands and putting them together. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Because Pan-Africanism without action is just a waste of time. It's a script in Japela. Skatelo kuluma. Until we meet again, please don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace. Pan-Africanism. I salute you.